Snow milk.
And I was in a band and I put up a lot of stickers, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was a way I would walk around like pink and blue stickers. I'm just taking you somewhere else. I was in this band called Shinobi Ninja, right? And I was in it for a decade. You know, I was on MTV, but I slept on people's floors. Like I had the ups and the downs. I didn't make money, the whole thing. But these stickers, these pink and blue stickers, they ended up being in Marvel movies everywhere. It was ubiquitous around New York. And I put up a lot of them. I'm talking about, like I didn't have kids. I didn't really have a job. I just paid my rent, a musician, low overhead. So I would be walking for 3-4 hours a day. I'd be giving it to every neighborhood. Queens, you getting it. Forest Hills, you getting in this, right? And as I'm putting it up, like I have my thoughts in my head. And like a lot of the things that I still look back on, like it's those 3-4 hours for 10 years that I had by myself that allowed me to think about life as a like philosopher, what you would say it. And like what you just said, that person said that about the bow. I'm like, that motherfucker must have walked and like really thought about, because those thoughts don't come in like loudness.
You know, it's an interesting thing about words. As I said, when the student is ready, the teacher shows up. And this person, Kahil Gibran is his name, had experiences in his life, I'm sure. But at this particular quintessential moment in his life, those words spill forth. That you and I are now sitting here talking about. And those who write great books and great films and do things that leave memorable moments in our life, they come from living their existence at that particular time, so that you and I can take that seed and take that flower home and let it blossom in our window.
Words deep.
Yeah.
That's collaboration with humanity.
Yeah.
That's like the real, man.
So we do it together.
Word.
You know, my thing is just, you know, we got to really, I keep saying, see, as long as you identify the dark forces will be there. I'm not saying they're not there. They are there. So what does that mean? That means that we who believe in the light must be the light. So it shines out the darkness. You got to have darkness to have light.
Right.
So don't ignore it. You got to have yin and to have yang.
Right. Contrast.
But more like consciousness. The more of the goodness that you give, the more goodness will return to you. And that's why I love Bali. I love Bali because I went to Bali. I just lost my son. And I was really depressed. And I got into there. I was drinking like crazy. I drank from LA to Singapore. You know, drank. I was really angry. And I get off the plane and I, where's the liquor store? They said, well, we don't have liquor. They have liquor stores, but they're very just tucked away. Not like
here.
Every corner, the corner,
right,
corner.
You're good.
They're tucked away somewhere. Gotta go to a bar, gotta go to a hotel. So I go to the hotel where I'm staying, and I said, "Where's the bar?" I said, "We don't have a bar." "Where do you have a bar?" I said, "We make wine, but it's organic." "Bring it to me now." So at night I go to bed. And I'm laying in bed. I get up next morning, and Agun, my assistant, comes in. He's a Balinesian. And he has this robe for me. He has his uniform for me. It's traditional clothing. I said, "What's that?" He said, "We'd like for you to put this on just to welcome you to Bali." So I put on the clothes. So I walked down. There was a staircase to get up to the lobby. You go through down to that. At the bottom of the staircase is an altar. I came out the doorway. I went to the lobby. I'm getting ready to go down the steps. And I see the entire staff waiting at the altar to pray for me.
That's beautiful.
They don't know me.
Right.
They don't know me. They're praying for me. The priests are praying for me.
It's awesome.
I go to this fountain. They have like these fountains there. And it's like you bow down 11 fountains. They believe that the gods walk through the waters, purifying the waters. So tourists come from all over the place. I became a temple guy. And it was such an experience. And what I loved about Bali was they didn't care how much. I'm sure there are those there that keep materialism and into greed and that sort of thing. But their thing is, you look in their eyes, you don't see nothing but kindness.
Word.
It's not like
the whole population. You're saying just the whole.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying everybody
right,
like
but
that.
just like in a general sense.
I would take it on, but there are enough, at least for me, to recognize, wow, these people don't care. All they want is a smile.
What do they eat?
They're vegetarians. They eat
They're not eating like how Americans eat?
Oh, yeah. There's McDonald's there. There's all those shops.
So maybe it's in the food, man. Maybe they got some.
I don't know. It's in the soil. I don't know what it is, but there's a sense of, in the culture, kindness is their creed that they go for. And I think we had more kindness in the world. I think we'd be better off. I'm just saying we got to have the non-kind in order to have kindness, so you can recognize kindness.
Right, you can
Otherwise,
see
you'd know when things are different.
Right.
But that was so beautiful about Bali, and that's what I took away from me. And I said it stays with me. People, that's where you want to go to Bali.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there are other places around the globe
That's you experienced.
like that.
Right.
But my experience was there. But I'm sure there are other places of kindness. But the factors of you man, and his greed or its greed has come in to suffocate the kindness out in order for profit instead of giving more love
Right.
for more than profit, but for life itself.